From Montana's news leader, this is the MTN 530 News.
I'm Andrea Lutz, and we'll break down some of your biggest questions when it comes to the child tax credit, with payments starting July 15th.
I'm Mitch Laggy. Billings Public School students are no longer required to wear masks. I'll bring you details coming up.
I'm Brandon Warren, and coming up, we'll have more on the closure to Elysian Road.
Good evening, everyone. Thanks for joining us on your Monday. I'm Jeanelle Slade. Well, as state firefighters get a handle on Montana's wildfires, tonight we bring you some amazing footage from last week's helicopter crash east of Townsend. Those on board miraculously survived thanks to some heroic efforts. MTN's John Riley sat down with Trooper Amanda Vila to bring us the story.
On June 15th, a DNRC helicopter had to make a hard landing while responding to the Deep Creek fire. Thankfully, a Montana Highway Patrol trooper was on scene to help out.
I think at one point in my mind while I'm helping them out, I thought to myself, this helicopter could blow up at any minute.
On that afternoon, Trooper Amanda Vila was coordinating with the Broadwater County Sheriff's Office for the closure of Highway 12 and was headed to meet up with a deputy.
As I pulled in, I could see the helicopter crash right in front of us. I put my car in park, I got out. Initially, I wasn't sure if anybody had survived the crash because I didn't know how far it had dropped from. I noticed somebody trying to get out the window.
The video shows Trooper Vila running towards the helicopter. It's upside down, smoke and flames erupting from the aircraft.
Once he was out, I yelled at him if there was anyone else inside. He said, "There's 4 more people inside." I went to the window and then just kind of helped people crawl out onto my back to pull them out of the helicopter.
Thanks to the efforts of Vila, the Broadwater County deputy, and fire personnel in the area, everyone escaped without any major injuries. Within a few minutes of the crew being evacuated, the helicopter was engulfed in flames.
I just knew that I couldn't just stand there and let those people stay in there while it was on fire, and that could have happened. So my biggest concern was we need to get these people out. We need to get away from here, and that was focus number 1.
The true nature of a person often comes out during a crisis situation. For Trooper Amanda Vila, that's somebody who rushes into danger, looking for those who are in need and helping where she can. Reporting in Helena, John Riley, MTN News.
Thanks so much, John. Now, the Montana Department of Natural Resources and Conservation filed the crash report yesterday. The SAFECOM report reveals that DNRC air operations safety officers believe the accident could have been prevented. The report states adverse winds played a factor in the hard landing, but had more specific reconnaissance procedures been followed, the pilot would have had more time to evaluate the wind conditions at the helibase. The pilot and crew have opted to retrain for adverse wind factors. A toxicology report, which the pilot insisted on taking, did come back clean. Well, tonight there's good news on the Montana wildfire front. The Deep Creek fire remains under 5,000 acres burned, and that blaze is now 48% contained. Today's goal for fire crews focused on holding and improving the fire line to the north and south of Highway 12. The cause of the blaze is still under investigation. Also, good news to report near Red Lodge as the Robertson Draw fire is now 45% contained. That blaze remains at just under 30,000 acres burned, and as of late last night, most evacuation warnings were lifted. Now, the area south of Red Lodge along the east side of Highway 212 is still under an evacuation warning. That fire, which was determined to be human-caused, remains under investigation. And also in Carbon County, 25 miles east of Bridger, the Crooked Creek fire continues to burn in the Pryor Mountains. Crews report no major spread as the blaze remains at 5,400 acres burned and 20% containment. One outbuilding was destroyed on Saturday, and the Sage Creek area remains under an evacuation warning. More than 200 fire personnel are fighting those flames. Well, payments to many Montana families in the form of the president's child tax credit could show up in bank accounts as early as July 15th. However, there are still plenty of questions. Q2's Andrea Lutz breaks down some of the most pressing facts parents will want to know. Starting July 15th, nearly all Montana families will start seeing as much as $300 a month per child drop into their bank accounts or by way of checks in the mail. But what qualifies? Why are the benefits coming? And what do families need to do to get the ball rolling? Here are some answers to your most pressing child tax credit questions.
Starting this summer, the IRS is giving families advance payments to the child tax credit. Half the total credit amount is being given out now, while families will have to claim the other half when you file your 2021 taxes. Payments will be dispersed in monthly installments until the end of the year. So who qualifies for the child tax credit? Well, the IRS says nearly all families would qualify, couples making less than $150,000 a year, or single parents making less than $112,000 and filing as heads of households. What do I need to do to get the child tax credit? Families in that tax bracket will get the child tax credit automatically if you filed your taxes in 2019 or 2020. Can I get the credit if I didn't file taxes? Yes. The IRS says if you didn't earn enough money to file taxes, you can use the non-filer tool to sign up on the IRS website.
So what if a qualifying family doesn't want those upfront payments? That is an option too, and here's why some families may choose it. If you don't receive the monthly advanced child tax credit, you can claim the full credit when you file your 2021 tax return. This can ensure that you get the most bang for your buck during tax season. It's a personal choice that some families may opt for. You can unenroll on the IRS website. In Billings, Andrea Lutz, MTN News. Thanks, Andrea. Now, families who qualify are automatically enrolled to get those advance payments, and children under the age of 18 with a valid Social Security number qualify for those payments. Well, effective today, students and staff at Billings Public Schools no longer must wear masks except on school buses. This as the school board meets tonight to hear a budget update from the superintendent. Q2's Mitch Laggy joins us now with details.
The Billings School Board will meet on Monday for the first time since school let out earlier this month, where Superintendent Greg Upham is expected to bring an update on next year's school day, as well an update on the budget. But the bigger news is that the mask mandate for Billings Public School staff and students was lifted at 8 a.m. Monday. Masks will, however, still be required while on the school bus, and people can still choose to wear them if they wish. Superintendent Upham cited Centers for Disease Control guidance in his reasoning for rescinding the mask mandate in an email sent out to staff on Friday. The CDC recommends that fully vaccinated people can be without masks while indoors together. As of Monday, 44%, or 60,000 Yellowstone County residents 12 or older, were fully vaccinated against COVID-19. Upham told MTN News earlier this month that masks likely will not be required in school next year, but his email said the mask rule may change if CDC guidelines change due to a rise in COVID cases. At the school board meeting, trustees are expected to hear about an estimated $3 million budget shortfall in the elementary school's budget for next school year. The good news is that some of that money was lost due to a drop in enrollment from kids choosing to go to homeschool during the pandemic. Upham has said that the district hopes to gain many of those students back. In Billings, Mitch Laggy, MTN News.
Thanks, Mitch. Now join us back here tonight at 10 o'clock for the very latest from tonight's meeting. Well, as expected, the summer construction season continues to impede traffic around Billings. Well, tonight, Q2's Brandon Warren takes us just southwest of the city.
Elysian Road, which leads to the Annafeld and Josephine communities, will be closed for the foreseeable future as crews work to improve the street.
Knife River is widening Elysian Road this summer to 3 lanes, and we're putting a roundabout in the center. It's basically from Annafeld Parkway to the Hogan Slough.
The road is in close proximity to Elysian Elementary School, which is located on the southwest side of Billings, which is why the construction is being performed in the summer. If everything goes as planned, the work will be finished the week before school starts in August.
So the increased development has created more traffic, which requires us to widen the road.
Detours are from East Lane to the frontage road. There is a paved bike path on the side of the street, and sidewalks will be put in as more houses at Annafeld continue to be built. In Billings, Brandon Warren, MTN News.
And the city expects it will have to widen the rest of the street in the next couple of years. Well, stay with us. There's more ahead on tonight's.
My name's Shaquille Kozar. This week in Billings, it's Pollinator Week, and there will be numerous events throughout the week to showcase the importance of pollinators like honeybees. We'll have more on that story coming up.
Hi everybody, Scott Breen at Dealer Park, where baseball has for a long time been the lifeline of your Billings Mustangs trainer. We'll meet her coming up in sports.
Temperatures today pretty close to average. We reached 80 unofficially at the high for the airport. A look at the week ahead coming up.